Oh, and that's 13. Oh, hey guys, welcome back to another FM Live episode. I'm Matt, and here's Eric.
Hey.
And I just beat Eric 13 times in arm wrestling.
Ow.
Eric?
Wait a minute. 13 losses. I'm gonna try something.
Oh, really? Oh.
Check this out.
Really? What do you have there? I see you have
a strong arm.
You have a compensator.
All right, let's go. One more time.
All right, you say go.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah! In your face. Woo!
Well, as you can clearly see, when you use a strong arm, you can win. So, speaking of strong arms, let's go over here to a car that we have one installed on. Well, loosely installed. We have really good instructions online, so I'm not going to go into very much detail on how these assemble to the car. These do fit NA and NB chassis. Take the fender off, inner liner, lots of bolts. The only thing that you'll need to drill once you have this loosely attached with the bolts would be the two forwardmost holes, and it's going to differ from the NB and NA chassis. So once again, reference those instructions online. Why are you putting strong arms on your car? Well, simple answer is to get more rigidity out of your chassis. Oh, and on the same note is we did get a lot of questions on this topic, so I'll answer those that we previously got at the end of the video. If I don't answer yours, then feel free to add that at the bottom, please. So, more rigidity from the chassis is a great thing. It helps with having a good communication from the tarmac surface to you, pretty much as a driver, through the steering wheel. Other potential positives would be less shimmy or cow shake when you go over those expansion joints or a big offset in the road. You'll get the head, the windshield starts to move around a little bit if you look at that. A little bit of shake in the seat and steering wheel. This should, if you pay attention, will help with that. NVH is a little bit of a question there, but since we have a more rigid chassis, things should move around less, so NVH makes some sense there. Overall, it's a good upgrade for either a daily driver or a track vehicle. So, since I didn't get all these memorized before, these are the questions that came up via media. Can you have too much bracing? And my thought is, I think you can. You can have too much bracing, but you can't have too stiff of a chassis. My answer to that would be if you're adding so much weight that it prevents imbalance in the car, so it's harder to steer, it's slower to react, harder to stop because you added 200 pounds, then that's when it becomes a negative, having too much bracing. Is it still safe for street vehicles? We had a salvage department for many years, and we saw quite a few crumpled up cars. Possibly not, I didn't see all of them, Kyle was the expert at that time. And most of the impacts in the crumple zone, it folded back into here. So the crumple zones that were most affected were before you get into the strong arm here. But as you can see, the factory still has crumple zones back to the mid portion of the strong arm. So yes, in theory, you will probably feel, this is not to be tested, a slight, probably bit more energy when you do have strong arms on, and if you do, if you are in an unfortunate event of having an impact like that. Are these better than frog arms? The frog arms were a great product. They unfortunately went out of business, so Paco, along with Flyin Miata, came up with this design. I do think it's a little bit better. I've installed some frog arms, and they stop, I'm not quite exactly sure, but just a little bit rearward of the Paco. So with this design, we're triangulating this further up on the fender, so I do think it is a better product. Will this help with drifting? Well, I don't know a whole lot about drifting besides your guys' tire budget is crazy. And this is no part of the rear tire that you guys need, but honestly, I think they require a fairly rigid chassis so you get good feel on the road. So I do think they would help. Maybe micro for drifting instead of a macro upgrade. Will these increase engine vibration? I don't believe that they will. You are increasing rigidity, but that doesn't necessarily say it has to be felt at the seat. Your engine is isolated by nice rubber engine mounts, and this upgrade really doesn't change that thought at all. So I think that's all of my media questions, unless any of our viewers have any at this time. And it looks like I've done a superb job on answering those, or I simply have talked too fast to allow anyone else to step in. So pretty much lightweight design. Paco did a really good job on keeping this lightweight for the increased on rigidity that you get. If you guys have any more, or ladies have any more questions on the product, visit the instructions. If those don't answer your questions, please give us a call or an email. Next episode Thursday, 2 o'clock. Thank you very much. Have a great day.